Officials are still completing their investigation into the passing of our ambassador to France, Nathi Mthethwa. The 58-year-old was found dead outside a Paris hotel earlier this week. Early findings suggest he fell from the high-rise on Monday. Newzroom Africa's Simon Marks is in Paris for you this lunchtime, joins us now. Simon, good afternoon to you in Paris. Where are these investigations? It has now been several days.
Yeah, well, they're definitely taking a little bit longer than the family, of course, would like, but the family concedes that there are all sorts of bureaucratic procedures that accompany any death in France, and certainly one that appears to have been a case of the ambassador taking his own life. They thought they might be able to secure the death certificate yesterday from French authorities. In the event, that proved impossible. They were also hoping yesterday to gain access to the government mortuary where Ambassador Mthethwa's remains are being stored. That's where the autopsy and the post-mortem has been taking place. But again, there were apparently technical reasons why they were not able to gain admission yesterday. So they are out there again today, trying one more time. And they've been getting a lot of help from the staff inside this building. This, of course, is the South African Embassy in Paris. It is essentially closed to members of the public now, although the consular section around the corner is open for those people who have previously made appointments to come in and seek consular services. But otherwise, the full effort of this embassy now is on dotting the I's, crossing the T's on all of the French paperwork, so that the ambassador's family, including, of course, his widow, Philisiwe Buthelezi Mthethwa, can gain access to that government mortuary so she can see the remains of her husband, and then hopefully, once she gets the death certificate, transfer those remains to a private mortuary that the family will select here in Paris, and it is from there that the effort to repatriate his body will then get underway. But they haven't really been able to advance that conversation because they're waiting for that French investigation to wrap up. I can tell you that back at the hotel, the Hyatt Regency Paris Étoile, the scene of the ambassador's death, an interior courtyard at the hotel, is still sealed off. Even staff at the hotel not able to access it because it is still considered part of an ongoing investigation. And so that would indicate that it's now, Friday lunchtime here as it is there. The French authorities have not yet officially wrapped that investigation up. The family is hoping that that's going to happen, if not today, then certainly by the end of the weekend, so they could think about beginning the process of repatriation on Monday or Tuesday of next week. But again, this timeline is very largely out of their hands.
Simon, I mean, there's been so many conversations here about what actually happened, and of course, many people also expressing their condolences. You've made the point that there is now some family support for his now widow, but still very, very difficult for the family, and still some time before we're actually able to have his remains back home for a proper funeral.
They are absolutely trying, the family, to understand why Nathi Mthethwa would have taken this action. I spoke last night for a long time on camera to his now widow, Philisiwe Buthelezi Mthethwa, and she says that she's 50-50 on whether this was a suicide. She's not contesting the notion that the ambassador had the intention of taking his own life and threw himself out of that window, but she doesn't understand why it happened and whether, as she put it, there were external forces at play that drove him to this. She points to the most recent activities in which he participated. They had just come back from Monaco on September the 19th. The ambassador presented his credentials to Prince Albert there. She said it was an extremely successful visit. He was very enthusiastic about it. Just last weekend, 6 days ago, the ambassador presided over an event to commemorate the South Africans who lost their lives in the Battle of the Somme back during World War I. She said again he was very enthusiastic, stayed much longer at the ceremony than he had intended to do. She insists there was nothing in their personal relationship that would have contributed to this, and she simply doesn't understand why he took this action, nor indeed why he booked that room at the Hyatt Hotel, because we learnt yesterday from her brother, Dr. Sfiso Buthelezi, former Deputy Finance Minister, who is here really providing comfort to her and I think helping to coordinate the family's response to all of this, that room was booked as long ago as September, I think it was the 19th, he said, that the bookings had been made. And it was originally made for 2 nights, not for 1. Then a change was made to the booking. He advanced it by 24 hours and booked it for only 1 night. She insists the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry had no impact on this. She says that he was not concerned at all about the testimony in which his name was mentioned just a few days ago, and that testimony came after he had booked the room at the Hyatt Hotel. So there is mystery for the family as they try to unravel the precise circumstances to take his life, and that's why she's still 50-50 on this apparent conclusion that the French authorities are going to come to, that it was suicide. And again, she accepts that he threw himself out of the window and that no one else was involved at the hotel. We know that from the police examination of CCTV footage, but she does wonder what external factors existed in his life about which she clearly was unaware.
Simon Marks, thank you very much indeed for that. Really do appreciate that update.